always fighting and shit like this. So we done had to jump my stepdad and shit like that. And, you know, them folk pull up. Man, it just, you got to get the book, man. This shit crazy. And I'm going to tell you this part, though. So my cousin, once he hit him, the nigga snitched on my cousin. He tried to make it seem like he wasn't gonna tell. He was like, man, I'm gonna make it seem like you know, a drive-through came through. Just throw the gun. My cousin threw the gun. Once the police got there, the man told the police, and right there shot me. And he threw the gun back there. So I'm in the 8th grade watching tell. Then once they get out the hospital, he coming back to my mama's house in a wheelchair on the bag. You heard me? I'm like, bro, what happened, bro? Cause we pulled out from the scene. You know what I'm saying? I started this back up. But at the end of the day, even though I started, because it's like, bro, this a woman, bro. Like, I understand men and women go through shit, but cause you ain't finna be putting your hands on my mama, fool. It just ain't finna go down like that. So once I called my brother now, and my cousin pulled up, my brother was pump faking like a motherfucker, like he was gonna shake the spot. He ain't shake the spot though. I'm just gonna get out what's real. Brother ain't shake the spot. My cousin had put like 5 shells in his neck, bro. Stood over him, but he didn't kill him though. So I be trying to get folks to see, like, I'm in the 8th grade. I gotta go back to school the next day. I'm trying to get motherfuckers to understand the shit I was seeing. So once he told on my cousin, this is how my cousin got out the charge. Once he told on my cousin, he was at the hospital and he was trying to bribe my cousin mama. He was trying to bribe her out some money so he wouldn't have to come to court. So while she in the hospital, she went up there to see my cousin mama went to go see the shot. So the telling my cousin mama just come with a certain amount of dollars and I ain't gonna come to court on them. Man, she took the recording footage to the jail. When my cousin had quit, she presented the recording to the judge. The judge dismissed the case. But when my cousin got home, I remember like it was yesterday, bro. My cousin got out and I couldn't catch him. He was moving too fast. But I caught him at McDonald's one day and I pulled him in there. Come here, cuz, let me holler at you right quick. And he told me the story, you know what I'm saying? Him and the nigga that got shot told me the same story. My cousin hit him like 5 times and put the gun in his mouth and pulled the trigger. But it just clicked. He ain't do it to him, it just clicked. So he beat that junk. We had to move out the house, but in that driveway, it was a permanent blood. It was permanent blood in my mama's front yard on the concrete behind, you know, her dude trying to fight on her, shit like that. At this same house check, I'm giving y'all a little bit of the book. I ain't gonna give y'all too much though. But at this same house, my brother was going to go face his time. He had to go and go do his stretching. So I come outside, we had a garage in the front of our house. Most people have garages in the backyard, but the garage in the front kind of like to the left of the yard. I come out the house one day, I open the garage door, I see my brother sitting there like balled up type. He fucked up in the mind about this time he got to go do and shit like that. It was the first bid, he did 3.5, then went back, did like 2.5, then went back and did the 5. So he just now about to do the 3.5. This the beginning of him going to jail, period. And he knew he had to go do the time, and it was with his mind. So he was sitting in the dark. I opened the garage up. I see him sitting in the dark. He stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, I gotta go do this. And then put my mind up, but it's a cold memory that I remember that stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? But I spoke about that. You know, I spoke about who my grandma is, who her mama is. Um, of course, we getting into the rap life and how all this dirt started coming about. You know what I'm saying? And the first two shows, and you know what I'm saying. I went to so many different clubs, and man, I really like. We really stepped through this, like, and I don't keep living in the past, but I understand it's just a part of my life. So why not shape it in a form to where people can live there with you? And that's what I'm doing with this book. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got to live this with me. Got to. You know what I'm saying? I also spoke about because you gotta think about it, Chad. I live two different lives, you know what I'm saying? And I speak about this now because my big homie, he dead now. You know what I'm saying? But excuse my language, but he was heavily in the streets. But the book's so powerful because the point that I'm making is even though I had a brother that was super in the streets, then I had a brother that was in the streets and gifted with the music. So I'm right in between it. I ain't got no judge for now on, but I would say I ain't gonna say I love dude more than I love my real brother, but I'm gonna say I was closer to my big homie than I was with my big brother. Cause my big homie was like taking me to Cali and shit like that. He was showing me the ropes and you know, he wasn't keeping shit from me. Everything was on the floor. So why be thinking that I don't know the difference? I know the difference from when a with you, when a is misleading you, when a is using you. Not saying that, you know, my brother is still the same person to this day. I'm not saying that. But in that time, the love was different. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why my big homie took more of my favor. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was young, I watched my big homie like he wasn't my big homie yet. I ain't even know him, but my brother knew him, right? I'm finna get it to y'all. I'm gonna get it to y'all. So for the one that caught the book, you gonna resemble, but this coming out of my head. But I got to tell y'all who J Mob is. Rest in peace his soul. So once I get like 19, I settled for a lawsuit when I was like 18, 19, but it was already in motion when I was like 16. So they finna give me the money when I turn 18. I failed the second grade, even though I graduated. I failed the second grade, so that means I'm graduating at 19 instead of 18. So I was 18, and you know we just sued a church, and you know they gave us 20,000, but we had to give 7,000 to the lawyer, and they left me with 13,000. So on my 18th birthday, in the midst of me at high school, I'm in 11th grade. They called me downtown to come pick the chick up. I get the chick, long story short, cop whip, all type of clothes. I'm doing all type of weapons. I'm doing all type of shit. I'm turned in the hood. So my big homie, he bumped into me like after I graduated like that. I get like 19. I went broke fast, shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause I had to bury my grandma. I was buying my family, you know, clothes, black clothes and shit like that for the funeral. You know, my car was like 6,500. So I was, I ain't had number 13. So, I started going broke after about a year. So by the time I'm 19, I'm trying to fight back now. I got me a little spot, furniture, bed, TV, just me. Car outside. I had a little Hyundai Sonata, a little white junk. Driver window wasn't lit down. I mean, it wasn't lit up. So when it's winter time and you driving them up, you cold as hell. But it was like the second or third car I had down the line. My first car was a Toyota Camry, white junk, TVs in it, decent junk. You hear me? So boom. So I'm 18 with this 13K. Boom. Pay for grandma funeral. They come get me out the class. They like, hey, pull me in the office. Hey, look, you gotta go to the funeral home and speak with these people about your grandma. Like, damn, why they calling me? I'm the one with the money. The family can't, you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody come over with nothing. So they take me down there to the funeral home. Be like, did I go in there? They got my grandma casket in there, but my grandma cremated right now. This is my mama. She cremated. She at my mama house in a job. But as far as the funeral, the weight and all that, that was a little hefty ticket. So, they check me out of school like they take me up there. I sit down in the office with the man. He break it down. Hey, look, these the numbers and this woo for your grandma. I'm sitting there on my mama. I pay for it. Boom. So by the time I get like 19, grandma funeral done passed. She gone. I'm living by myself. So I got me a little job, right, chick? I ain't gonna lie, I got me a little job because I'm tired of standing on the block every day, sitting on a crate, watching for the counter, looking at the light, seeing if the police finna turn at the light. I really live like this, chick. I really woke up every day with a sack on me, with that hammer on me, in the hood, crossing the street, going to the block. I'm talking about, listen to me, where I was at in Raleigh, cars moving and coming all day. One thing about Memphis, ain't no telling who you might bump into. It's small. So from on the other side of the city, which about 30 minutes away, he could be over here in our hood, probably fucking with a little John or something like that, and want to stop by the store to get him some cigars or something. But this might be a whole op. So it ain't no telling what's going on, but this how I live, Chad. I'm sitting on a crate at the store every day with that sack on me. You know, when these cars pull up, hey, bro, don't serve my folks. You hear me? Like, it's other niggas out here, there's different gangs and all that. Don't serve my folks. Nigga gonna hit you on your mouth. I catch you jumping in one of these cars or getting them up or something. So, man, I'm thumping the block out. The girls love me, everybody pulling up. My brother done pulled up. I done had to serve him before. He pulled up his baby mama car, serve him. Woo. I'm telling you, I'm really on the block. So I just got tired. Like, I got tired of doing this. Like I wanted to be better. I'm like, man, I'm finna get out the way for a minute. Give me a little job. Boom. I'm at Walmart working check. Now, reminds me, I'm getting my money, man. It reminds me, man, this do not supposed to be like this. You hear me? I'm really successful as a young man. I'm 19 with my own car, own house, kitchen is quiet, brown, comfortable couch, big fluffy couch. I'm talking about I was like that, 19. So while I'm at Walmart, the chick probably about 700-800 in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? My house right around the corner. So, I had me a little scuffler. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to stay out the streets. Now, remind you, one of my big homies, this was back in the day. This when
All right, y'all. You won't believe the wild street justice story that's going viral right now. Imagine being just an 8th grader, watching your stepdad constantly put his hands on your mama, until one day you say enough is enough and call up backup. The user's brother froze up, but the cousin pulled up heavy, dropping 5 shells into the stepdad and even putting the pipe right to his mouth, but the gun just clicked. Now here's the crazy part. The stepdad snitched immediately to the cops, but while he was recovering in a wheelchair, he tried to be slick and bribe the cousin's mama for court cash to drop the charges. Big mistake. She secretly recorded his whole extortion plot, walked right into that courtroom, and handed the footage to the judge, getting the entire case instantly dismissed. The cousin beat the rap, they packed up and moved out, and that 8th grader had to walk right back into school the next day like nothing even happened.